stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside. Still got your lips on paper in the trash now. let's leave the past behind. Walk with me down the road. There's sunshine and light. Say you'll go, don't make me wait. There's no need to hesitate.
Good morning. Please remain standing for the national anthem, which was pre-recorded by the University of Arkansas Schola Cantorum, directed by Dr. Stephen E. Caldwell of the Department of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare amongst the singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
You may be seated. Members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, graduates, parents, and friends of graduates, welcome to our Fall 2021 commencement. We are here to honor individuals who have completed the requirements for degrees conferred by this university. This is undoubtedly the most satisfying event in the life of a university. Today, we acknowledge the work of our faculty and the achievements of our students who are graduating. Our governing board is comprised of 10 distinguished citizens of Arkansas. I am pleased to introduce Mr. Ed Fryer of Rogers, a member of the Board of Trustees who is with us today. We are honored to have with us Dr. Donald R. Bobbitt, President of the University of Arkansas System, who will bring greetings. Dr. Bobbitt.
Thank you, Chancellor Robinson. I bring you greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire University of Arkansas system. It is a privilege to be able to participate in today's meaningful ceremony. I want to offer my special thanks and appreciation to Chancellor Robinson and his administrative team for the successful way they have managed the campus and the institution this fall. These were unprecedented times in higher education, and I would suggest in society in general. As someone who has spent much of his career in higher education, commencement ceremonies always serve as an uplifting reminder, the overarching reason why I became an educator. It is you, our soon-to-be graduates, who enrich our campuses, challenge our assumptions, and leave us at commencement to share your gifts of education with your communities. Thank you for providing inspiration for all of us during these very challenging times. No previous group of graduates has entered the workforce at a more critical time for their profession, or under more challenging circumstances brought on by a worldwide pandemic. While the past 18 months have been difficult and unnerving in terms of the uncertainty we faced, I choose to look at the situation as being symbolic of the road ahead for you, a path that will be filled with many challenges, big and small, and you will overcome them. Well, how can I be so sure? Well, this pandemic is now part of your personal history and your personal experiences. Even if you and your family avoided the direct physical impact of illness, the psychological stress of an almost continuous stream of grim statistics was inescapable. Whether you opened a newspaper, turned on the television, or accessed the internet, the pandemic was omnipresent as viewed through the lens of reports of the number of tests administered, the number of positive COVID-19 cases, ventilator use and capacity, the latest infectious variant, and unfortunately, the number of deaths. Your presence here tells me all I need to know about your internal drive, your courage, and your resilience. You simply would not be denied. So on behalf of the board of the U of A system, I want to offer my sincerest thanks to three groups. First to you for seeing your education through to this stage under unprecedented circumstances. To the faculty and staff who had to pivot on a dime roughly a year and a half ago and did so at great cost professionally while performing admirably under these challenging circumstances. And to this administration that worked diligently to keep you and your education front and center in everything they did. I think it's important to also remember that this faculty and staff, like you and countless families across Arkansas and the U.S., had to carry out their professional responsibilities while being deeply concerned for their own health and safety, as well as the health and safety of their loved ones. Your perseverance to complete your credential has shown that you choose to be uplifted by hope instead of fear. Our academic communities have proven to be resilient, dynamic, innovative, and compassionate, especially when facing a challenge as overwhelming as this pandemic. It is clear that many things have changed in the past 18 months, perhaps some permanently. But as you have demonstrated, if you hold fast to your goals, great things can be achieved, even if that means finding alternative ways to live and learn while exploring unexpected new paths. As Tolkien has said, not all who wander are lost. By earning your credential, each of you has not only made a profound impact on yourselves and your families, but you have also advanced the cultural, intellectual, economic well-being of this state. And so I thank you, each of you, and congratulate you on your achievement. It is my hope that you'll carry the fundamental lessons of your educational experience with you and utilize those lessons to help navigate the uncertain road ahead. Instilling these qualities in our graduates ultimately represents the highest ideal of the entire university community. So thank you again for your commitment to yourself, your family, and the state. I wish you much success as you leave here to make your mark on society. As President Kennedy remarked almost 60 years ago, you cannot possibly do all the good the world needs at this moment, but the world needs all the good you can do. Good luck, and Godspeed, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Bobbitt. At this time, I am pleased to introduce several members of the university's administration and faculty. Please hold your applause until all introductions are made. From our campus, Dr. Stephen Caldwell, Chief Marshal and bearer of the Mace, Associate Professor, Department of Music. Dr. Terry Martin, Interim Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Dr. Patricia Koski, Dean of the Graduate School and International Education. Dr. Brian Primack, Dean of the College of Education and Health Professions. Dr. Todd Shields, Dean of the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences. Dean Peter McKeith, Fay Jones School of Architecture and Design. And Dr. Earl Roloff, representing the Army ROTC unit. We are also very fortunate to have with us Ms. Diane Bowles. She will interpret today for persons with hearing impairments. Please join me in recognizing these participants in today's ceremony. Before we begin conferring degrees, I want to share just a few thoughts with you. It is indeed an honor for me to offer this address today. In fact, when I first realized that the address would fall to me, it made me a bit nostalgic. I began to think about the many great days that we have had this fall semester. I remembered the excitement associated with August 23rd. That was the first day of class. It was like no other first day that we've had. I can remember in my 20 years of experience at the university, the excitement was palatable. You could see it in how students walked, hear it in how they talked. The energy seemed to ooze out of folks as everyone appeared so excited just to be back together after more than a year of being profoundly limited. That was a great day. Then there was September 10th. That was the day we celebrated the 150th anniversary of the University of Arkansas, the sesquicentennial. We celebrated by having a couple of birthday parties. We had one in the morning, and some students showed up for that, and then we had one in the afternoon. I reminded the students that the university opened in 1871 with just 7 students, and today we have more than 29,000. And like Drake, we had started from the bottom, but now we're here. That was a great day. And then on the very next day, not only did we commemorate the 20th anniversary of 9/11, but we did so by beating Texas. Oh yes, we shocked the college football world by giving Texas a good old-fashioned Razorback whipping. And I can remember that day distinctly, midday way through the third quarter when we were beating them down really badly. I was informed by the chief of police that the students were likely to storm the field. So I went to my boss, Dr. Bobbitt, and I informed him. I said, Dr. Bobbitt, I don't think there's much we can do to keep the students off the field. And he told me calmly, Charles, just let the students have their night, just try to save the goalpost. And that's what we did. We saved the goalpost. That was a great day. And there were other notable, worthwhile days in which good things happened to and for our university. But I believe that I am right to declare that the greatest day for the fall semester is happening today, December 18th, 2021, at this time, in this moment. This is the day that will join the pantheon of days. For more than 2,000 of you are graduating from the University of Arkansas with degrees, and there is no greater day than that. It is the goal of every commencement speaker to convey a message that could serve as food for thought for graduates as they move on with the rest of their lives, to deliver something memorable and to do it in a timely and succinct way. In other words, say what I'm going to say and don't take too long doing it. And as I pondered, my mind was taken to the very definition of the verb to graduate. So I looked it up and realized that it had 2 definitions that are somewhat at odds with one another. One definition means to complete a degree, to reach the end of something, to arrive at a destination. The other definition means to move to the next higher step in a process, to continue on a path to something. One suggests an ending, the other a continuation. And this reflection made me think of a little-known term that refers to words with contrasting definitions. The term is contronyms. Contronyms are words in the English language that have definitions that are opposite of one another. Words like apology, a statement of contrition for an action, or a defense of one. Bolt, to secure or to flee. Bound, headed to a destination or restrained from movement. Buckle, to connect or to break or collapse, cleave, to adhere or to separate. You getting my point? Clip, to fasten or detach. Consult, to offer advice or to obtain it. Continue, to keep doing an action or to suspend an action. Custom, a common practice or a special treatment. Dust, to add fine particles or to remove them. Temper, to soften or to strengthen. And bad, which Michael Jackson let us know in his song could mean no good or so good. What lessons can we learn from the analysis of contronyms? First of all, there are a lot of them. They are very common, and it's because of their ordinariness that we scarcely acknowledge their presence. We take them for granted. We never give contronyms any love. Yet without them, conversations in English would be inherently more limited. The commonness of contronyms is analogous to other aspects of life that are common yet rarely afforded proper recognition. Things like attending school or doing Google searches, eating at fast food restaurants, even McDonald's, and taking long walks or other serious common occurrences like voting or rallying for a cause. We often take these things for granted because they're so accessible to us. The COVID crisis gave us a lesson on valuing the common. When we lost the ability to congregate, we developed a deep longing for it. I witnessed this phenomenon on this campus when students returned. We had more participation in events post-pandemic, or we hope post-pandemic, than we had pre-pandemic. Contronyms suggest to us that we should have gratitude for seemingly common things. No need for any contronym holiday, but on occasion, we should take inventory of our most basic blessings and privileges and demonstrate gratitude for having access to them. Second, despite their ordinariness, contronyms are inherently complicated. Their definitions, although simple, usually exist in such contrast that one can only understand meaning by viewing them in a larger context. The search for context in the deployment of contronyms speaks to the need to utilizing context as a tool for understanding others with different opinions, ideas, or perspectives. If we assess context when confronting difference, we are more likely to approach difference with a tolerance that we would not otherwise have. I am a trained historian in American history. And in the current debate about the fundamental realities surrounding the development of this nation and its institutions, there are those who emphasize factors like racism and sexism and ethnocentrism, while others focus on embracing human rights, expansive democracy, and economic opportunity. The national debate is often heated, with each side accusing the other of misrepresenting the truth about the American past and character. American history is inundated with racism, but it is also filled with efforts and achievements towards enhancing human rights. Contronyms remind us that there are many issues in life where the answer is not either or, but rather both and. In order to better comprehend why one person or group emphasizes one point or another, we must understand the context that shapes their paradigm. It does not mean that we will ever agree with that position, but we will better understand why they have it. The willingness to explore context is an essential element to exercising tolerance. Third, contronyms activate the agency of choosing, particularly for those who initiate their use. Contronyms move us away from the limits of a monolithic perspective to one that recognizes and relishes nuance. As I suggested earlier, life, like contronyms, is flooded with issues that challenge our way of thinking about them. And we address our issues, we have to have the ability to view them broadly rather than narrowly. With respect to the agency of choosing, contronyms force us to move from the simple analysis of what something is to the more salient question of which definition will we choose to ground our perspective. Hence, this is the fundamental question that you will have to grapple with as you pursue the next stages of your lives. Which definition will you choose? In my classes, this is usually where I drop the mic and the lecture would end, because it's not normally the teacher's job to answer that question for you. That is inherently your responsibility. However, because this is a special occasion, it's my first graduation ceremony as interim chancellor, and because it's cold outside, and because we're headed to the Outback Bowl, and because, like the rapper Moneybagg Yo, I looked at my watch and I've got time today, I am going to let you know which definition that I think that you should choose. In life, it is better to choose the definition that offers you the best chance of moving forward in constructive and positive ways. Choose the definition that ignites your sense of being, doing, and achieving. Choose the definition that aligns you with a greater purpose, that connects you to a stronger sense of duty, nation, and community. Choose a definition that tears down barriers, builds up dreams, rescues the helpless, and empowers the hopeless. Choose a definition that promotes optimism over despair, love over hate, tolerance over intolerance, unity over disunity. Choose a definition that unlocks your motivation and enhances your inspiration and instills you with the determination when the storms of disappointment are raging. Choose the definition that enables you to look beyond the limitations of today to the bright horizon of a better tomorrow. Choose the definition that educates and elevates and inspires you to sing with new meaning, "My country, 'tis of thee." A definition that pushes you to further construct this sweet land of liberty. A definition that demands that you join the clarion call to let freedom ring. And when this happens, when we let freedom ring, when we choose the right definition, we will be able to recite with renewed confidence Lincoln's fabulous words that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Thank you very much. I just dropped the mic. Now I think we're ready to begin. Just a reminder, photographs of the graduates are taken as they receive their diplomas, and proofs will be available online. Students, please return to your seats after crossing the stage and remain seated during the entire ceremony out of respect for and in honor of your fellow students. And now, for the main event, we will now confer degrees upon the candidates. Provost Martin.
As we prepare to confer degrees, each dean will present the candidates from his or her college or school. After that is completed, candidates for all degrees will be asked to rise for the conferring of the degrees. Dr. Pat Koski presents the candidates from the graduate school.
Dr. Martin, the candidates from the graduate school completing the necessary requirements for the master's degrees, the educational specialist, the Doctor of Education, the Doctor of Nursing Practice, the Doctor of Occupational Therapy, and the Doctor of Philosophy are recommended by the faculty and presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Peter McKeith will present the candidates from the Fay Jones School of Architecture and Design.
Dr. Martin, the candidates completing the necessary requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Architecture, Bachelor of Interior Design, Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, and Bachelor of Science are recommended by the well-structured, forward-thinking, and resilient faculty of the Fay Jones School and presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
Dean Todd Shields presents the candidates from the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences.
Provost Martin, on behalf of the faculty in the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences, we train famous poets, politicians, neuroscientists, rock stars, and everything in between. It is my pleasure to present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Social Work.
Dean Brian Primack presents the candidates from the College of Education and Health Professions.
Provost Martin, the candidates completing the necessary requirements for the degrees Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts in Teaching, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing are recommended by the caring faculty of the College of Education and Health Professions and presented to you for the conferring of degrees.
The candidates for all degrees, please rise. Chancellor Robinson, it is my privilege to present these candidates to you. On behalf of the faculty, the deans, and myself, I recommend that these degrees be conferred upon them as indicated on their diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. Upon recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree indicated on your diploma with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated. We will now begin the recognition of our graduates, beginning with the hooding of our doctoral degree recipients.
Doctoral graduates, will you and your major advisors please rise? Students, please hand your hood to your major advisor and turn your back to him or her. You may now, please hood your graduate students. You may now congratulate your student, and would the audience join me in applauding the doctoral candidates? You may now take your seats. We will now begin with the recognition of our graduates. First will be our doctoral degree recipients, followed by specialist degrees, master's degrees, and then our undergraduates by college or school.
Jeff Bean, escorted by Vicky Diefendorfer. Eric Detheridge, escorted by Kevin Rosker. Michael Shane Hampton, escorted by Tom E. Smith.
April M. Martin, escorted by Suzanne McCrae. Wanda Lee Van Dyke, escorted by John C. Pijanowski.
Robin Rose Freeman, escorted by Kit Kasirek.
Justin Duke White, escorted by Kit Kasirek. Douglas Williams, escorted by Kit Kasirek. Scott Anthony Wright, escorted by Kit Kasirek. Mark Shields, escorted by Michael T. Miller.
Dustin J. Grover, escorted by Michael T. Miller.
Christina Marie Smith, escorted by Michael T. Miller.
Gary Eugene Butler, escorted by Michael T. Miller. Jennifer Renee Edwards, escorted by Michael Miller. Laura Herzog Jacobs, escorted by Michael T. Miller. Crystal Denise Hill, escorted by Michael T. Miller.
Caitlin Yoakum, escorted by Claire Terhune. Kelly M. Sanks, escorted by John Shaw. Megan Lord Ravis, escorted by Kusum Naithani.
Dua Abdullah Almansaf, escorted by Doug Rhodes. Amer A. Hassan, escorted by Doug Rhodes.
Lisa Rabello, escorted by Narasimhan Rajaram.
Vivek Govind Kumar, escorted by Mahmood Moradi. Ajibullah Bakare, escorted by Shilpa Iyer. Hakel De Castro, escorted by Audie K. Thompson. Celeste Bagley Dunn, escorted by Kartik Balachandran.
Witness Atatala Martin, escorted by Z. Ryan Tian.
Zainab Abdullah Al-Mansaf, escorted by Nan Zhang. Elvis Dua Boateng, escorted by Nan Zhang.
Isabel Ishimwe Nyanshudi, escorted by Jing Yi Chen. John Ozdemir, escorted by Matt McIntosh. Yoshie Sakamaki, escorted by Joshua Sekun.
Hannah Kaufman, escorted by Jean Henry. Julia Conroy, escorted by Christy Perryman.
Timothy James Schoonover, escorted by Christy Perryman.
Courtney Rebecca Erickson, escorted by William McComas.
Christy Masher, escorted by Marcia Imbo. Wyan Camilla Stanton, escorted by Vicky S. Collett. Qian Zhang, escorted by Freddie Bowles. Charla Rosenbaum, escorted by Susan Marin. Niyi Sunday Omidire, escorted by Nathan Slayton. Timera Whaley Omadire, escorted by Jason A. Tullis.
Dee Gerlach, escorted by Kathy Lerg.
Marie Catherine Totten, escorted by Randall Woods. Karen Renee O'Donohoe, escorted by John Murray and Ketevan Mamiseshvili.
Andre Richardo Grant, escorted by Ketevan Mamiseshvili. Jacob Bruce Herzog, escorted by Ketevan Mamiseshvili. Michael J. Duffy Jr., escorted by Ariel Barton.
Michael Shoemade, escorted by Jeremy Van Horn Morris.
Manal Abdullah Aldosari, escorted by Morgan Ware.
Oluwatobi Olurunshola, escorted by Shui Ching Fisher Yu. Syed Omid Seyadagai, escorted by Laurent Belesh. Brandon Miller, escorted by Salvador Barraza Lopez.
Brianna Hewitt, escorted by Joe Bu Song. Trisha Joanne Ducote. Neba Evans. Lauren Riley Gournay. Danny Brianne Jackson.
Sarah Elizabeth Morris. Putu Mas Ita Pujiantari. Paulina Sobchak. Joshua Daniel Upshaw.
Janan Abernathy. Emily Aldrich. Casey Costner Bell. Christy Jean Bedenker. Travion Caldwell. Josh Chipman. Elaine D. Cossey. Emily Black Crossnow. Julie Ferguson. Callie Free.
Joseph Akabundo.
Stacy Gaddis. Tiffany Harper. Anita Lawanda Hart McNair. Mitchell L. Hensley. Erica Hubbard. Laura Lee Jackson. Jessica Noel Jeffers. Anna Grace Johnson. Sherry Jones. Sarah Kennedy. Tamara Lynn Cobb. Jennifer E. Lassiter.
Rosanna Malanga. Heather Renee Morgan.
Marianne Elizabeth McAndrew.
John Mark Osborne. Jessica Megan Parker. Jessica Ramirez. Erica Richardson. Elizabeth Ann Graves. Christian Storm. Bethany Dawn Talon. Kayla Thornton. Ryan Tiller. LaBreda Van. Morgan Nicole Vaughn. Cody Ryan Vincent. Rio Virgo. Chastity Weichselbaum. Jessica Nicole Yamzam. Tanya Zarlingo.
Eric Andre. Gloria Marie Devereaux. Terry Davis Beaupre.
Diploma presented by Dr. Stephen Beaupre.
Jennifer M. Parr.
Mahmoud Afroz. Moat Saad S. Alheji. Alyssa Ann Granger. Madison Detweiler. Abdullah Hazazi. Gavin Kello.
Andrea Darlene Massey. Juanabeth Morales Ortega. Andrea Marie Pruitt. Abdullah Al-Saim. Xavier McKinley Smith. Monica Esperanza Vallejo. John Thompson Viam.
Julianne Crafton.
Megan Elizabeth Turner.
Justice Raquel Barnes.
Dean Peter McKeith will now present the degree for the Fay Jones School of Architecture and Design.
Mary Beth Barr. Macy Callahan. Rachel Cruzon, summa cum laude. Carlos Alberto de la Torre. Tyler Hash. Jayla Jones, with distinction.
Macy Callahan.
Carrie Adams, with high distinction.
Dean Todd Shields will now present the degrees for the Fulbright College of Arts and Sciences.
Jasmine K. Aluwalia. Caitlin Ainley. Zachary Eugene Albrecht. Jess Monroe Alguire. Heath Anderson. Macy Callahan. Iris Citlali Aquino Pineda. Sonia Ray Archer. Grace Olivia Arn. Sydney Bach, with highest distinction. Eric Ball. Hannah Barbary. Rebecca Suzanne Barham. Jillian Barnett. Avery Dean Bendy. Ashton Bogue, with highest distinction. Megan Boljak. Nicholas Bollinger. Alec Boudreau. Madeline Bowers. Megan Breckenridge. Olivia Brown. Laura Buffington. Allison Ray Butcher. Ashlyn Butler. Jennifer Camarena. Carson Sterling Can. Sarah Taylor Ray Carlton. Jonathan Douglas Carruthers. Kylie Savannah Carpenter. Jose Armando Carranza. Robert Paul Cox II. Steve Butler Bernard III. Nicholas Tristan Carvajal. William Dylan Casey. Tessa Lynn Chambers. Alexandra Chilton. Natalie Cifuentes, with highest distinction. Carmen Conrad. Colton Cook. Grace Cooper. Jakira Kajane Crite Burns. Callie Curry. Sophia Marie Cusimano. Emma Blakely Dalby. William Dannenhauer. Maddie Lynn Davidson. Madeline Gale Davis. Thomas Andrew Davis. Lauren DeLuna. Dale Dwayne Dean II. Paige DeJarnett, Latin Honors. Trevor Drew Denman. Jared Denton. Jack Denis. Anna Catherine Duke. Courtney Edmondson, with highest distinction. Sydney Joy Ellis. Jake Ellsworth. Madeline Epley. Philip Lawrence Ezel. Molly Sue Favre. Alyssa Fifield. Wesley Flaw. Anna Elizabeth Ford. Nicole Ann Cottle. Lauren Ashley Freiberger. Devin Fuentes. Zachary Fulton. Lauren Gannam. Alina Louise Garcia. Tristan Garcia. Lola George. Lucy McLean Gerber. Casey Sky Gillum. Tanner Joe Glidden. Sandra Jill Goss. Aaron C. Griffin. Faith Griffin. Zachary Griffin. Tori Danielle Griffiths. Ashley Marie Groter. Natalia Guerra Rivera. Cody Hugh Halsell. Elsbeth Hamilton, with high distinction. Rachel Hennon. Megan Herbert. Karina Lisette Herrera. Sophia Christine DeCourcy Hill, with highest distinction. Tristan Hill. Tatum Noel Holt. Barrett Wayne Horton, with high distinction. Chloe Elizabeth Howard, with highest distinction. Madison Howard. Madison Huckabee, Latin honors. Tanner Joseph Hummingbird. Abigail Husted, Latin honors. Kaylee Hutcherson, with high distinction. Hamza Ijaz. Hannah Jesselson. Emily Johansson. Lauren Johnson. Ashley Jones. Julia Alexia Jones. Chloe Nicole Junkerman, with high distinction. Owen William Cathcart, Latin honors. Riley Kelly, Latin honors. Ammon Kipritich Kemboy. Bailey Elise King, with highest distinction. Zachary King. William Lewis Knox III. Maureen Kobelsick. Alexandra Kimmel. Spencer Lachak. Riley Renee Lane. Catherine Michelle Lara Batres. Joshua Larson. Audrey Leach Galaviz. Cameron Leo.
Momina Amir.
Catherine Logsden. Colton Long, with high distinction. Kevin Luke. Caitlin Lunsford.
Abigail Miller.
Lucas Maddox. Connor Madsen. Vanessa Noemi Maltez. Joseph Edward Mason. Sydney Janine Van Loo Mathis. Diamond Maxfield. Mackenzie Maxwell. Ashton McCain, with highest distinction. Kayla McCall. Brittany McLaughlin, with highest distinction. Juan Pablo Melchor. Amber Meliscu, with highest distinction. Gavin Alexander Minotti. Haley Middleton. Samuel Thomas Melitello. Catherine D. Mazel. Macy Mogadam. James Morgan, Latin Honors. Mac Mosier. Delia Murray. Kendall Music. Macy Neal Johnson. Calvin Kent Neff.
Kaylia Nell.
Lauren Nelson. Hein Nguyen No, with highest distinction. Sandra J. Novotny, with highest distinction. Tabitha Novotny. Robert Edgar Nolan. Jacob O'Grady. Claudia Olvera. Olivia Ann Overton. Macy Oster. Anna Michelle Pardo. Bhavya Patel. Madison Payne. Melissa Payton. Cade Pearson. Casey Picow. Carol Fan. Brianna Shea Porter. Michael Potts. Haley Powell. Jacob Michael Purifoy, Latin Honors. Mason Perkis. Demetra Michelle Pursley. David Samuel Puryear. Daniela Ramirez. Gage Reed, with high distinction. Megan Ritter. Rebecca Robinson, with high distinction. Kyle Griffin Robison. Marcela Rodriguez Jorge. Maya Rossi. Joshua Rugger. Natalie Russell, Latin Honors. Kyle Sadowski, with high distinction. Dylan Sampson. Frida Sanchez Flores. Mayu Sato, with highest distinction. Caitlin Shade. Caroline Sellers. Yuna Shimamota, with highest distinction. Reagan Abigail Sykes. Noah Skaggs. Madison Smiley. Carson Smith. Kylie Smith. Anna Snyder, with high distinction. Mark Anthony Solis. Zach Spigner. Jalen Spiller. Eugene St. Clair. Morgan Elizabeth Stone. Christy Sue Stout. Gregory A. Talley. Sophia Tallman. Hannah Terry. Madison Taylor. Lauren Teester, with highest distinction. Sloan T. Wen. Madison Alicia Thornton. Kiara Isabel Torrey. Cindy Nicole Trotter. Madison Tugman. Emily Elizabeth
Vanderford.
Kaylee Hope Terrell. Abigail Vaughn. Valerie Ventura. Anthony Joel Vera. Kirsten Vincent. Alexandra Walker. Micah Darlene Wallace. Sydney Joe Weeks. David Weir. Antoinette Deshay White. Seth Thomas Whitman. Blakely Key Williams. Luke Valentine Williams. Sydney Renee Williams. Hannah Lou Wilson. Kobe Edward Wilson. Cameron Joy Witt, with highest distinction. Megan Elise Woods, with high distinction. Jared Wyatt.
Laura Louise Castleman. Mariah Alyssa Gills, with highest distinction. Jillian Lindsay, with high distinction. Priscilla Dufresne. Lauren Taylor Lyon.
Carrie Ann New. Dustin Nguyen. Isabel Rincon. Fabian Rodriguez. Caleb Kent Mathis, cum laude. Matthew Kenneth Swerts.
On Radwan Awad Alfauri. Alexander Lake Johnson. Maximilian Belandis. Jack Harvey Ballou. Gabriel Bernardo. McKenna Danielle Brooks. Dylan Andrew Carter, with highest distinction. Eric Cothran. Alex Coatney. Amelie Ann Gunn. Reeves Harvey. Vijay N. Hiremath, with highest distinction. Linda McCall House. Hannah Huber. Matthew Kaiser.
Haley Matthews. Sarah Bell Mays. Itsumi Nakamura. Yesenia Nevarez. Patricia Shamol. Luis Pinzon Escobar. Daniel Robe. Garrett Sembrisky. Justin Silver. Justin William Simon Jr. Mary Sturm. Carlin Tansey. Savannah Thornburg. Victor Jarrell Villegas. Chandra J. Wiley.
Joanna Dixon. Haley Phil. Simone Frances Hammondtree. Kara Michelle Henry. Christina Marie Jenkins. Jadis King.
Hayden Mayen. Annika Perry. Mallory Reesner. Madison Taylor Stocks, Latin Honors. Chloe Addison Swan. Judy Ann Cecilia Tom. Brianna Turner.
Dean Brian Primack will now present the degrees for the College of Education and Health Professionals.
Spencer Allen. Angelica Altamirano. Kennedy Page Anderson. Evan Aziz Antal. Andrew Balsam. Morgan Leanne Barfield. Taylor Renee Bell. Simeon Blair. Garrett Brown. Montarik Brown. Lydia Buckley. Morgan Burks McGee. Indy Caldwell. Angelique Camper. Michaela Rose Carney, cum laude. Bradley Cunningham. Joanna Day. Israel de la Sancha. Megan Renee Dickerson. Alexandria Nicole Dixon. Hannah Dietz. Caleb Dull. Dalton J. Eater. Malika Jo Firestein. Cameron Frazier. Hannah Galindo. Jacqueline Yvette Gomez. Connor G. Hall. Makayla Harris. Delaney Morgan Henderson, summa cum laude. Caitlin Hodge.
Mackenzie Brooke Kahn.
Sydney Hottinger. Caleb Houchin. Jason Hugh Howard. Jordan Hudson. Savannah Huff. Samuel Thomas Hyatt. Coylin James Jackson. Olivia Lauren James. Sarah Jensen. Morgan Caitlin Jones. Aubrey Knetter, with highest distinction. Daniela Lanfranco. Taylor Renee Leal. Olivia Corinne Lowry.
Caroline Jalen Maldonado Castro. Katie Martin, with highest distinction. Taylor McCullough. Cameron Middleton. Ashlyn Milburn. Tiffany Millick. Christina Marie Moore. Catherine Motzinger. Kyle Anthony Nichols. John Austin Nix. Marcos A. Perez. Alexis Pusiger. Jordan Elizabeth Rice. Dalian Travanti Richards, summa cum laude. Mariah Richardson. Charles Hilborn Rogers, summa cum laude. Kobe Rose. Kayla Rupp, summa cum laude. Jacob Sachs. Amy Leilani Sandoval. Andre Scott. Jathan Short. Cynthia Silva. Kinsey Smith. Mason Garrett Smith. Addison Marie Sneed. Peyton Elizabeth Snyder, summa cum laude. Hannah Mary Tackett. Matthew Birch Thomas. Jacob Thompson, with high distinction. Jarrett Thompson. Rachel Tucker. Haley Uloweth, summa cum laude. Riley Linan Walker. Bryce Watson. Thomas Christian Weezer. Reagan Wilson, with high distinction. Joshua Yarbrough.
Nicole K. Barnes. Elizabeth Benton. Nicholas Coulter. Alexander Davis. Ashton Ewing. Peyton J. Fisher. Elizabeth Foster. Krista Lee Gray. Corey Lynn Hendry. Mason Hutchins, with high distinction. Shay Kelsey.
Polly Marie Millard. Emma Noel Roa. Jared Stover. Stephanie Urquidez, with highest distinction. Robin Camissa.
Emmeline Allert, with high distinction. Bailey Allen. Julian Barragan Alvarez, summa cum laude. Claire Barber. Emily Bialis, with high distinction. Lucinda Blake, with high distinction. Maggie Monica Buckman. Molly Ann Bolton, with high distinction. Samantha Brock. Madeline Britton, with high distinction. Lene Elizabeth Carlson, summa cum laude. Courtney Carpenter. Tiffany Cartwright. Jason A. Castor. William Chen, with high distinction. Megan Brianne Chinchilla, with high distinction. Ikaet Clements. Molly Coble. Aaron Columb, with high distinction. Emily Elise Cooper, with high distinction. Emily Jeanette Cox, with highest distinction. Casey Davis, cum laude. Sydney Swain DeMolin. Peyton Lee Dunaway, with high distinction. Abby Dunn, with high distinction. Taylor Edwards, with high distinction. Caitlin Everett, with high distinction. Madeline Floyd. Audrey Ford, with high distinction. Michael Ford.
Magdiel Rodriguez Lopez.
Nadine Gadareaha, with high distinction. Kelsey Nicole Jalanza. Geraldina Forrest O'Byrne. Rima Gopal, with high distinction. Sylvie Goen. Kendall Hammis, with high distinction. Dane Renee Hansen. Aspen Harfield. Brooke Marie Haynes. Haley Henroyd, with high distinction. Colby Danielle Henry. Ryan Hewitt. Janice Quella Hicks. Lily Catherine Horton. Emma Diane Humphrey, magna cum laude. Ashley M. Hunsaker. Hayden Marie Hunter, magna cum laude. Aaron Hyde. Ladidra D. Jackson. Alyssa Georgia Johnson, with high distinction. Emma Johnson. Annabelle Jones, with high distinction. Hannah Marie Kaiser. Amber Nicole Kiefner. Madeline Kirkpatrick. Emma Francis Knierim. Natalie Kuzner. Madeline Lamprecht. Sydney Layton, with high distinction. Amanda Nicole Sutton. Alyssa Adele Little.
Jessica Moss. Faith Martin, with highest distinction. Logan Matthews. Molly Matthews, with high distinction. Allison McClellan, Morgan McGrath, summa cum laude. Keely McMacken, Allison Page Michaelis, Elizabeth Claire Min, Anna Marie Monahan, with high distinction. Kate Moralchak, Ella Ann Mueller, Alexandria Nikovic, Monica Imamatimi Ogunbule, Dorcas Olajumoke Okunola, Onaiji Olisa, Kristen Anderson Peak, Nathan Philibom, Micah Gabrielle Potter, Catherine Pottorff, with highest distinction. Lily Marie Probst, magna cum laude. Allison Elizabeth Reed, Lauren Roberts, Megan Russell, Ginny Renee Saylor, with high distinction. Madison Smothers, Morgan Ashley Soto, Christina Stack, Emma Deleste Taylor, Erin Tollison, Hannah Underwood, magna cum laude. Annika von Lieshout, with high distinction. Aubrey Vinsel, with high distinction. Jordan Vinci, Macy Walker, with high distinction. Cameron Ward, Alana Webb, Mackenzie White, Abigail Wida, Lauren Wentz, Ali Wyckoff, cum laude. Allison Yonker, with highest distinction.
That concludes the presentation of graduates.
I'm just letting you get it out, you know. Again, congratulations to our graduates. We're extremely proud of you. Finally, I also want to recognize our graduates' parents and spouses and partners and family members whose patience and support have brought you to this point. Graduates, please show your appreciation for these very special people. There is another group of people whom I would like to congratulate for helping you earn your degrees as well. Our outstanding faculty. I know they have made a difference in your lives. May the faculty, I want the faculty to stand up so they can be recognized. Thank you. On behalf of the Arkansas Alumni Association, I congratulate you on joining the ranks of more than 156,000 living Arkansas alumni around the world. As your time as students comes to a close, your time as alumni is just beginning, and you are forever a part of the U of A. There are important opportunities as alumni I'd like you to embrace. Stay connected to the University of Arkansas wherever you go. There are alumni chapters throughout the United States, alumni societies, and international alumni groups that offer events and programming to help you engage with each other and the university. Stay involved with this great community you joined today. Connect with the Alumni Association online or through the Arkansas Alumni app. As you leave today, pick up your alumni pin. Finally, your name will soon be etched on Senior Walk. Making you part of a unique tradition on this campus. Before we close, I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and volunteers and musicians who had a role in today's ceremony, including the University Wind Symphony, directed by Christopher Knighton, and the Schola Cantorum, directed by Dr. Stephen E. Caldwell. Let's give them a round of applause. Now I'm asking everyone to please stand for the alma mater and the recessional march. For our faculty and graduates, please do not leave until escorted by a marshal. Undergraduate students, now is the time to officially move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, and go hard.